My boyfriend and I are getting married. Everything has been agreed, and the bride price is $28,000. But I added a very small request that after the marriage, his payroll card must be handed over to me for safekeeping, and his parents must also be handed over to me for safekeeping. In addition, their condo must be transferred to my name. As a result, my boyfriend called me and said that the marriage was cancelled. I couldn't understand it. Is this just a little bit too much to ask? Aren't you daydreaming? You have a typical delusion. You don't look like you're going to get married. You look more like you are here to confiscate the other's family. According to the survey results of the China Statistical Yearbook 2024, the number of single women of marriageable age in many cities in China has exceeded 1 million. In China, older unmarried women are also called leftover women. Among them, Beijing has the highest number of leftover women with 2.23 million, followed by Shanghai with 2.09 million. Leftover women are usually urban women in China. Most of them have high education, high income, high IQ, and good looks. Because they have high requirements for their partners, they cannot get their ideal marriage and become unmarried women at an advanced age. From the male perspective, China's economy has been sluggish in recent years, and more men do not want to get married and have children because of high marriage costs, high unemployment rates, and a lack of confidence in the future. Today, we'll talk about related topics. Statistics show that the higher the education level of women, the later they tend to get married and the fewer children they have. According to a survey by the Chinese Academy of Social Sciences, the average age of first marriage increases by 1 year for every level of education women receive. People may not have discovered the value of older leftover women, and many girls are rejected just because of their age. For example, I have a master's degree, 2 condos, and 2 cars, and my previous salary was $40,000. I would say the most basic things about me: I am smart, hardworking, and able to endure hardships. If I find a man who wants to start a business, I can accompany him in building his empire. If he succeeds in his career, I can also stay at home to take care of my husband and children. I know 2 foreign languages and can educate children well. Additionally, I'm very hardworking and good at housework, but I'm also not very good at cooking, which I will learn. I think that although I am old, my overall value is still good, but why doesn't anyone choose me? A 35-year-old female doctor who just came down from the pavilion, a doctor from Wuhan University with an annual income of $140,000, a good job, and a car and a condo in Wuhan. She is interested in a boy who graduated from a prestigious university. The boy works at Huawei and is 1 year younger than her. The girl wanted to add the boy's WeChat very much, but the boy said, "Don't scan the code, we are not suitable." The female doctor said to him, "Look, we have similar educational background, family background, and work, so I think we are quite suitable." The boy asked her, "Who will buy the house when we get married?" The girl answered, "Of course it'll be the boy. Is there any doubt about that?" The boy smiled and said, "Look, no matter how outstanding you are, how high your income is, or how good your overall conditions are, I still have to buy the house. You are busy with work, and I am also busy with work. Both of us are busy outside every day, and you are also the type of strong woman, so how can we get along? I still hope to find a family-oriented, down-to-earth person, really." Then the boy said, "I'm really sorry, I think you're still a little old. I still want to consider the issue of giving birth to a child." So, although Sister Mutsa doesn't want to talk about this issue, the age is a very cruel reality. It doesn't mean that the girl is not good or excellent, nor does it mean that the boy is picky. I think the 2 people have different ideas in the direction of choosing a spouse. It doesn't mean that you can be together just because you think your conditions and backgrounds are equal. The blogger said that one of her good friends was a very pretty girl in college. In the past 2 years, this girl often participated in some overseas returnees' blind dates and dating activities in Shanghai. But the results were very bleak because she was a little old, already 32 years old. Can the pretty woman who used to be the department's belle from Shanghai Jiaotong University not get married just because she is over 30 years old? I tell you it is true. In our Shanghai overseas returnee dating activities, 10 men are paired with 30 women each time. Although you are an undergraduate from Shanghai Jiaotong University and hold a master's degree from the US, there are many girls here whose undergraduate degrees are from institutions such as UCL, LSE, or Columbia University in the US. Girls who studied undergraduate courses in the UK and the US are very popular in such activities. Do you know why? These guys are not stupid. They all know that if a girl can study undergraduate courses in the UK and the US, the minimum cost is $280,000, which means that her family must not be an ordinary working class one. So you will find that education and beauty are not scarce resources here. The scarce resource is age. There was a tall, rich, and handsome man in our company with an annual salary of $200,000, and he was 29 years old. He told us in person that he would definitely not marry a woman over 30 years old, saying, "My parents worked so hard to do business in other cities and bought me a new condo in North Bund, Shanghai for $1.4 million. If I find a 30-year-old sister, my parents are still waiting to hold 2 grandchildren. After she has given birth to her 2 children, she may be 40 years old. If she is over 35 years old, she is considered an elderly mother and her life is in danger." According to Bloomberg, Ms. Gao, who works in the wedding planning industry in Beijing, said, "Business has plummeted. Her wedding company had only about 100 clients last year, far lower than the peak of nearly 2,000 in 2012. The blogger is 39 years old with a doctorate degree, works in a large company, and earns $1,110 a month. She feels that she lacks the financial strength to raise children. The reason why I'm still not married at the age of 39 is that I dare not get married. I am afraid of how to live after marriage, how to raise children. Is he or she all relying on me after they are born? I don't think I can raise a child by myself. I don't have this confidence. If the family does not have the financial means, I think you don't have to have children. In this world, it's difficult to take even a step forward without money. What's more, raising a child costs money everywhere. If you don't have the money, you will only harm him, right? Because he may have worse conditions than you in the future, and the life he faces may be worse. In this world, there is no way to raise a child well without money. Then the life that the child faces in the future may be the same as ours, or even worse. It starts to spend money from the time you are pregnant. Your monthly prenatal checkups until delivery will cost a few $1,000s, right? And then there are all kinds of expenses after he's born, such as kindergarten, swimming lessons, piano lessons, etc. Anyway, it's all accumulated with money. In a big city like Hangzhou, to be honest, there will definitely be many women who can't get married in the future. Don't rush to criticize me. Let's speak with facts. These leftover women generally have 3 common characteristics. First, they are too picky. They don't like this and are not satisfied with that. Second, they are too arrogant and they only think that they are all good. Third, their emotional intelligence is basically zero. Last night, 2 single members came to our company for a blind date. This girl was born in 1988 and she looks okay, but definitely not as outstanding as she thinks. She is a teacher within the establishment and met with a guy who was born in 1982. Although this guy is divorced, his conditions are not bad and has an annual income of $75,000. After the 2 met, the girl came out and immediately gave us feedback. She said that she didn't like this guy, saying that there was no eyes affinity, that he was too old, divorced, and short. The girl also said that she was in her 20s, she had blind dates with those rich boys and couldn't pick them at will. Now she feels that she's at a loss to find a guy. She feels that she has not fallen to the point of finding a divorced guy that she doesn't like and is that old. I really want to ask her, are you here for a blind date or to make a wish? Don't you think about a young, unmarried person with an annual income of tens of thousands of dollars and a man who makes you feel attracted to him? Will he take a liking to you? A 35-year-old master's degree student is interested in a 30-year-old undergraduate student, but the guy didn't even meet her. During the Chinese New Year, all singles were very anxious. At 9 o'clock last night, a 35-year-old woman sent me a message saying, "Hi, Sister Hua, I am interested in a man in your circle. Please help me communicate with him." I said, "It's not my working hours yet." The lady is 35 years old this year, graduated with a master's degree, 1.66 meters tall and 125 kilograms. A native of Yantai City, her parents both have pensions. She also has an annual salary of $28,000 and a small apartment of her own. She said that her parents are particularly anxious this year and have been urging her. She takes a fancy to a guy in my circle. This boy graduated from college. His hometown is Weihai City. He is 1.78 meters tall and weighs 74 kilograms. The boy works in a state-owned enterprise and has an annual salary of about $25,000. The girl said that I don't mind his low education and he doesn't earn as much as I do, and his family is not local. Although I say I am 35 years old, I look younger than my actual age. If my family hadn't urged me, I really wouldn't lower my requirements. It would be he who is upgraded by marrying me. Then I sent the girl's information and photos to the boy. The boy said, "Oh, Sister Hua, thank you very much for your kindness. I still want to go with a girl under 30 years old. I don't care about the girl's education level or how much salary she can earn." The number of leftover women in Zhengzhou has exceeded 1 million. It's said that the betrothal gift is a key card to marriage. In many rural areas of Zhengzhou, the amount of the betrothal gift is even related to age. For girls under 25, the bride price is 9,000 and will drop to 5,000 between 25 and 30. If you're over 30, the bride price is easier to negotiate. Will you break up because of the bride price? A friend of mine has been dating her boyfriend for 5 years and she wants to get married this year. Because to her parents, the marriage means the daughter will move to live in another city, and they also want to get more security for their daughter. So the parents asked for a bride price of 26,000, but the man's parents thought it was a bit high and only wanted to give 14,000. My friend thought that after all, she had been with him for 5 years and their relationship had always been good, so she tried hard to persuade her parents. Her parents eventually compromised, saying that 22,000 was also acceptable. Her boyfriend also tried hard to persuade his parents, but his parents insisted on only giving 14,000. Now the two families are in a bad mood because of this matter. In fact, her boyfriend's family can definitely afford this money. Now my friend is very sad. On one side is the relationship of 5 years, and on the other side are her parents. She doesn't know what to do. I think most girls will not break up simply because of the betrothal gift, but there are indeed many relationships that maintain for several years, finally breaking down because of the betrothal gift. Have you ever encountered such a situation? If it were you, what would you do? I have a girlfriend in Jiangxi province. Her family asked me for a $40,000 betrothal gift. In order to marry her, I went to work in a factory. I earn $530 a month. I calculated that I can save $2,000 a year. I was working in the factory and met a girl from Guangdong province. I heard that the bride price in Guangdong only needs $4,000. Wow, my God, I was very excited. I dropped from $40,000 to $4,000. Later, I called my girlfriend in Jiangxi and said that I would like to marry a wife of the same quality as you for $4,000. She heard it and said that she could reduce the price for me to $28,000. I said that mine was only $4,000 and she said $21,000. I said that mine was only $4,000 and then she hung up the phone. Someone asked me if I still needed a gift of money at my age of 35. How much is the bride price? The betrothal gift in our area is 11,000 to 17,000, but if the person is suitable, 7,000 is also okay. Normally it should be not less than 11,000. But if I think this person is very, very worthwhile, in fact, it is also possible not to ask for any gift money, because this matter is not so important to me. I value more how this person treats me, and I think the rest is easy to talk about. Also, my parents are very sensible parents. They also think that the bride price is not important. They also think that the bride price is just for going through the procedures, and after the procedures, the money will still be given to me or to the man. My mother told me since I was a child that the bride price is not important. What is important is the person. So since the very early times, the betrothal gift has not been very important to me, and that is it. That's all for today. If you enjoy our content, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment, and share it with a friend. We appreciate your support, and we'll see you next time.